See, I've become lactose intolerant, so I had to quit drinking milk.
Ugh.
Hold up.
That's right.
You've become. How did that happen, Earl?
I don't know. All of a sudden, milk just started not agreeing with me.
Well, milk's a poison.
Oh, yeah, correct.
You've educated us on that.
Yeah.
So.
But I used to like eat cereal, and I'd drink a little milk every once in a while, and it didn't bother me. But in the last few years,
What's it do to you, Earl?
well, we don't really want to go into all that on this program. I don't
Shut
think.
up.
Let's just say it does not agree with my digestive tract. So, in the interest of myself and everybody around me,
Yeah.
I refrain from drinking milk.
Yep.
So if we've got a milk shortage, I wouldn't be aware of it.
Yeah.
If we had a steak shortage, would you be aware of
I'd
that?
be pissed off. Somebody'd be totally
Well, we got that going on, Earl.
Well, I ain't never went to a place and said, I need a steak. And they said, well, we ain't got any.
Well, have you ever went to a place that used to charge you $10 for a steak and it's $37 now?
Oh, yeah, that's everywhere.
That's because there's a shortage.
No, if there was a shortage, they'd say, we would only charge you $4, but we don't have any to sell you. There's not a shortage. There is an inflation issue.
Well, that's what we've been telling you, Earl.
Yeah,
the government's telling us there's a shortage so they can raise the price.
When you elect idiots to be in charge, that's what you're going to have.
I told somebody the other day that milk was a poison.
Yes.
And they were like, what do you mean? And I was like, I don't know. Ask Earl. Or listen to the
When you
podcast.
say it's a poison, Earl, what are you talking about?
Well, your body's not designed to process it.
Yeah, that's why you can't feed babies real milk.
That's why they puke all the time.
Yeah.
If they drink too much, the body says, I ain't doing it.
You got to feed them Similac, which is similar to milk, or
Is that what that stands for? Similac.
Yeah, titty milk from a breast.
Similar to lactose. But speaking of that, titty milk. Now you don't get sick on titty
Yeah,
milk.
they do. They'll puke it up.
So it's a poison, huh?
That's correct.
And it's coming out of your mama's body.
That's correct.
That sounds like
I'm gonna have to call bullshit on that too. I mean,
Get your little phone out and do your little Yahoo, your little Google.
Oh, you going by that, huh?
No, I'm just.
You going by what some government agency done told you?
No, I'm going by babies puking.
well, that sounds like if a mama's poisoning their kid, like the Canterbury Tales. No, what's the one where you know what I'm talking about? No, it's like I think it was Greek mythology or some kind of mythology, where the mom hated her kid so bad that she fed him to a baby.
That was real life, and that was Tracy.
Yeah. That's what happened to that other brother.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, fuck you, Daniel. Yeah, idiot.
We ain't seen you since. Went to get one trip to Gatlinburg, and Daniel disappeared.
Yeah, that was it. We ain't doing that shit no more, Daniel, idiot.
That's just to keep the show moving.
Yeah, keep things rolling.
Well,
That's for medicinal purposes.
yeah, this is well established that I got a drinking problem according to people close to me.
Yeah, that's elixir. It's not.
And,
He's even got him a little slice of fruit in there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I
A
noticed
little
that when
lemon
I
or a
bought
little
it.
lime. What you got in there?
I don't know. It came with it, and I thought, shit, how long has that been there? But this seems to help with a cough.
Cave's been a little under the weather.
He was explaining he had a little sinus
Yeah, if you
infection.
can't tell by my voice, I'm not doing an accent. I'm stoved up
Stoved up.
from the neck up. You know what I'm saying? God dang it.
Stoved up from the neck up.
And,
You know, a lot of younger people, they don't know what you're talking about, stoved up.
no, but a lot of younger people are idiots. How much of this are you supposed to drink?
All of it.
Okay.
That's been
What kind of questions that?
That's been his philosophy for years. How much you drink? All of it.
But just to eliminate a cough at night, like, are you supposed to take like a shot or two of it?
I would think so, but again, I've been around Buddy and his
Just
philosophy
drink it all.
Well,
You
I got-
sleep better.
Yeah,
I got this, yesterday evening at about 5.
you may not be any better, but you won't care. You see, that's
Well,
what.
this is my 6th bottle.
this morning.
Yeah, since 5 o'clock yesterday evening.
It'll start to kick in. Just keep
Oh,
down.
Yeah, what'll happen is if you had that many about 12:30, 1 o'clock, you'll start feeling real good. You get your clothes, get dressed, and get ready to go out.
Yeah. Well, so when I got it, I had always heard that rock and rye it helps with a cough. And I have a bad cough at night when I lay down.
Ain't you supposed to put like a dab of honey or something?
Well, I did that yesterday, and then I thought this is better without the honey. And
like, good boy, you just like your daddy. You just like your daddy.
but I wondered, okay, well, what is it, right? Because not that I care, because I have a drinking problem, but I wondered, well, what is rockin' rye? And first, I thought it was rocket rice. I thought it was like quick rice in the microwave. And I was like, I don't know if that's going to help with a cough at all. And then I saw this on the shelf, and I was like, oh, that's what they're talking about. So I got it.
Give me 22 of them.
Yeah. And it says a delicious liqueur served at room temperature or on the rocks. And I thought, well,
kind of makes sense.
That's sort of like being by yourself or with somebody.
Or with somebody. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I thought, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this, but
you seem to have adapted rather well.
it just
Does it help? Does it help with your coughing and then your all your other stuff?
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. Here's what happened. So last night before bed, I
Drank 3 bottles.
took a shower to kind of open.
What should you do first?
You know.
Drink the 3 bottles, then take a shower. Take a shower, then drink 3 bottles.
I took a shower to kind of open up my, the steam, open up my
Nasal cavities.
Yeah. And then I got out and I said, I'm gonna take a shot of this, and Carrie mixed up some honey with it and warmed it up, and I drank it, and I said, ugh, it's gross.
She warmed up the honey or the drink or what?
The drink.
All of it.
All of it.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So she was serving you hot liquor
Yeah.
with honey
And,
in it.
So it was probably, I didn't know how much, the recommend. She kind of looked up what's the recommended
Daily allowance.
dosage. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she said 2 ounces of that and 1 ounce of, or 1 tablespoon of honey. I was like, that seems like not enough. I said, well, just triple all of it.
Especially the rock and rye.
Yeah, I said, because look at me. I mean,
Matter of fact, just pour some honey in this bottle.
well, so I've also been taking a daily allergy pill, and I got the 24-hour kind. That's a mistake. If either one of y'all took a 24-hour allergy pill, you'd probably, if you took it right now, and it's 9:15, if you took it right now, you'd probably feel fine until about 8 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm much, much, much bigger than y'all. So if I take it at
About
night,
15 minutes is all you're going to get out of it.
yeah, by about 4 o'clock this afternoon, I'm going to start feeling like shit again. So I'm like, well, so I double those up. And I'm not a doctor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I worked in a pharmacy for a little bit, but
Gained a little bit of knowledge.
I ran the cash register. So, I didn't do a whole lot behind the desk. But that, and I said, nah, just triple it. And she was like, huh? I was like, yeah, just, whatever. I'm going to sleep, so it's not like I'm getting
It ain't like you're going
yeah, it's
somewhere.
not like I'm going to fire up the Bobcat and dig a damn ditch. I'm going to be all right.
Will not be operating heavy machinery.
Yeah, it says don't do that on here. It says can cause drowsiness and don't get on a damn Bobcat. Which I thought, they could have phrased that differently, But then, before bed, I found some other medicine in the cabinet.
I like that other medicine.
And he found it.
Yeah.
like he'd been there like 7 years.
Yeah, somebody broke in and put the medicine in the cabinet.
Well,
Yeah.
then I found it, and I was like, I wonder where this came from.
And what will it do?
Okay, so it was a prescription bottle, and I haven't been to the doctor in 7 years. So I don't know where the hell I got a prescription from.
Did it have your name on it by
Yeah.
chance? Oh, it did.
Yeah.
Ah.
And it said the doctor was in Maryland. And I'm like, I've never been to Maryland. I don't know where the hell this came from. And it was like benzophenonate or something. And
Oh, yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
So I looked that up to see what the hell is this.
After you took 3 of them.
Yeah.
And had a drink of liquor.
I look it up, and it's for cough. And you can take it every 8 hours. I was like, oh, hell yeah. That'll get me through the night. So I popped a couple of them. I said take one.
Because it was 16 hours.
Yeah. And so I thought, I'm bigger. I can handle it. And I'm assuming my heart's bigger also, but I don't know. I feel like I love people a lot harder than most. But so I'm not thinking I'm just thinking I need to stop coughing during the night because it's waking me up. It's waking Carrie up. It's waking Willie up. He comes over here and looks at me. He's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like,
What's wrong
Shut
with
the
you?
hell up.
"Yeah,
I'm trying to sleep over here.
And so I take a couple of those, and I'm not recommending it, but that was out, so I just washed it down with, and
There was 4 of those on the counter anyway, wasn't
then
there?
it hit me, and I thought, I don't know if you're supposed to take medicine with alcohol. So then I look on the prescription bottle. It says very clearly in bold print, "Do not take with alcohol." And I was like, well,
That's your
shit.
sale.
So then I thought, I better go ahead and get into bed.
Or I could just sleep right here on the floor.
Yeah. So about 7:30 last night, I crawled into bed, and
Sun was shining through his window. He said, "What's going on?"
yeah. Well, that was the thing. I woke up at about 8:20, and I looked outside, and it was daylight, and I said, "Damn,
I slept a long time.
it feels like I slept for days." I looked at my phone. It said 8:20. I was like, "Holy shit! I got to get up and go do the podcast." Got up, took another shower, ran in the living room.
Drank another bottle.
Yeah, took another swig. Carrie said, "Where you going?" I said, "I got to go do the podcast." She said, What are you talking about?" She said, "It's 8:30. I said, "I know, I'm going to be late." She said, "It's 8:30 at night." I said, "Huh?"
Which night?
She said, "You just went to bed an hour ago." I said, "How much medicine did you take?" I was like,
Not enough.
But I took it with alcohol.
yeah. I said, "Well, the problem isn't how much did I take, it's what I washed it down with." So I'm not recommending anybody do that. I'm bigger than most people, so I'm going to be fine, until my liver stops or my heart pops, whatever.
Explodes.
Yeah. But it does help with a cough. And I would not recommend you put honey in it and put it in the microwave, especially not for 45 seconds. Good God Almighty. It was
Steaming hot, wasn't it?
oh my God. It was like the devil threw up in my mouth. I was like, ugh. So,
Well, so you feeling better now, we assume?
no,
No, he's just drunk. Don't give a shit.
pretty much. So, yeah, that's the thing. It's what's really going to be sad. And now people are going to really, really think I have a drinking problem. But by the time we finish this episode, that bottle's going to be empty.
Probably so. If it ain't, hand it to Buddy. He'll
So, but I'd always heard, get you a little rock and rye for your cough. And I thought, well, what is rock and rye? It sounds like whiskey. And I thought, well, fuck, I got whiskey. I don't need to get specialized whiskey,
Well, the reason I thought Rocky Rye, I don't know where this came from, but I always pictured, like in the into the 50s, early 60s, all these rock stars you see that sing rock and roll. Well, I think they always drank rock and rye. I thought that's where it come from. Rock and roll, and they drank rock and rye. That's just what I thought. Well, I can't help it.
I know.
I don't know where it come
You've
from.
been drinking a lot back in them days.
I thought I went to the liquor store, and normally it's for sport, but yesterday it was for medicinal purposes, And I'm looking on the shelf for this, and they ain't got it nowhere. So finally I go up to the counter, and the little fellow's like, "Could I help you?" And I'm like, yeah, I need some rock and rye. He said, "Rocket rice?" I said, "No, I don't. Do you have rice here?" He said, "No, we don't sell rice." I was like, "Well, shit." So I kind of look behind the counter, and there I see it, and I'm like, "Oh, that's what I need right there." And it blew his. He turned around to look, and I said, "Yeah, that little bottle of rock and rye right there, second shelf, right in the middle." He's looking around. He grabs a vodka. I said, "No." And he grabs a tequila. I said, "Whoa, no." I said, "Down. Over here." I'm trying to direct him to it. And then finally he grabs the right one. I'm like, yeah. He's like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, we never sold one of these before.
Yeah. I said, "How much is it?" He said, "I don't know." I said, "Well," I said, "Bring it up and tell me." This was $3. He said, "You want the big one?"
Yeah.
The big one was probably 5 or 6 of these. He said, "You want the big one?" I said, "Nah." I said,
$9.95.
I'm trying to knock out a cough. I don't think I need the big one. He said, I said, "How much is it?" He said, $4.99. I said, "Oh, shit. Give me 3 of them."
Yeah.
And then I realized.
You have a bucket?
Yeah. Then I realized this is why America has a drinking problem. You can get, if you drink this whole bottle, you'd probably be somewhat drunk. You guys might be very drunk. Because you hadn't drank in a while. Long time. Years. Me, I drank this
We'd
whole...
have to get reacclimated, wouldn't we?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I drank that
But
whole...
I'm sure you'd be like riding a bicycle. You'd just step right in.
Jump back on.
Right back in it. I drank that whole bottle. I don't cough for, 6 hours. And I'm not going to work on a bobcat. You know what I mean? Not digging a ditch. Or a grave. I thought about doing that. I thought about digging a damn grave the other day.
Did you say there was a toenail in that drink? What did you say was in there?
There's a lemon or
A what?
it looks like a slice of lemon with like a loose seed. And I'm afraid I'm going to drink that seed here in a minute. And that's going to not do well, I don't think.
That's gonna make you cough.
But how long has this been on the shelf at the store? You say it's been at the store for a month.
Does it have an expiration date on it? I mean,
no, it's got some fat bastard on it. Mr. Boston. Who's that?
That's old man Boston.
so
He looks
liquor
like
don't have to have an expiration date.
Well, that's what Carrie said. She said, "Do you have to refrigerate that?" I said, "I don't think so." I said, "You go to most bars, you see this shit sitting not this shit, but you see liquor sitting behind the
On the shelf.
yeah
Room temperature.
yeah." Sorry, these fucking gnats are gonna be the death. Everywhere I go, it's like I'm like Gilligan or not Gilligan. What's the guy from
Mr. Magoo.
No,
Oh.
yeah, no, the cartoon with all the children. What is it?
Well, that'd be Snoopy,
Yeah.
and Charlie Brown and all them. The guy with the dust cloud around him.
Yeah.
Fat Albert. Pigpen. Ain't that his name?
Pigpen.
Pigpen, yeah.
Yeah, like there's a gnat near me at all times. I'm like what? I know I don't stink.
They go with you.
Evidently, they hitch a ride.
Are they in your truck?
No.
Yeah.
No.
They got to get here, too.
Yeah.
They ain't flying that far, are they?
They don't. Like I was sitting at work yesterday, and one's just cruising around. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Then I went home and sat on the couch. There's another one. I'm like, what? And then just now, there's another one.
Might have been the same one. He just goes with you.
He's just grabbing onto my shirt, and hanging on. I know I don't stink. I take multiple showers a day.
Depending on how much rock and rye you drink.
Yeah. Yeah. Depending on how stoved up I am. But yeah, hopefully I'm coming down off this because I don't know. I've said it many times on this podcast. They don't make big grandpas, so I'm not going to live. I'm not going to live long, And I've always had it in my mind for some reason that 33 is my number. It's not a lucky number. It's more like an unlucky number because I don't feel like I'm going to make it past 33. And I'm 33. And
Now.
yeah, my birthday's in September.
It's rolling around quick, ain't it?
And see, here's the thing. I ain't had a stomach virus in probably 2 or 3 years. I had a sinus infection last year, but they called it COVID, and I called bullshit, And so I don't normally get sick. I ain't been to the doctor in 5, 6, 7 years, but I've always thought 33 is, when I'm cashing out. I'm not trying to make the comparison, but it's when Jesus cashed out, so just saying. It's getting close to September. I had a stomach virus a couple weeks ago. Now I got this stupid whatever, and I'm scared to death to get to next weekend. I mean, I might have a toe fall off. I'm going to lose it in a Bobcat accent.
Or a gnat's going to drive your ass crazy.
Yeah. I'm going to swing and miss, trying to hit a gnat, poke myself in the eye, lose an eye. Come in next week with an eye patch that I did myself. Didn't go to the doctor for it.
Got infected.
Yeah.
Went to your brain. That's what happened to him.
Yeah, he called it. I mean, he didn't call it specifically, but he knew.
He knew where he was headed.
He knew time was running thin. But yeah, and I got into a damn altercation the other day at the Dollar General.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. She's probably a sweet, sweet grandmother. She probably got grandkids who love her and, a daughter who's on drugs and she's raising the grandkids. Because that's pretty common around here.
Especially in Dollar General.
Yeah. And I was getting out of the truck to walk inside, and she had backed out of her handicap parking spot.
Of course.
And I saw her get in the car, and I didn't think too much about it. I didn't think, oh, she looks decrepit. She looked enormous. But
and
not,
old?
Not real old. Like, no. She didn't look like grandmother age. She looked like
42-year-old grandma.
Yeah, she looked like I made a lot of bad decisions, so now my daughter's making bad decisions. That kind of grandmother. And but she didn't look decrepit. She looked enormous, but that was about the only ailment I could physically see. And so she backs out of the parking spot. Well, I kind of ease in front of her and throw my hand up and say thank you. She beeps a horn. I was like, me? She's like, I said, whoa, what the hell's going on? So I kind of eased on across, She beeped the horn again. I was like, so I turned around, and she puts the window down on the passenger side. She said, what are you doing? I said, what? I said, I was just trying to get out of your way. She said, you didn't see me pulling out of here? You going to walk right in front of me? I said, oh, I'm sorry. I was trying to do it quickly, so you could get out of here, and I'm sure you're, real eager to get to the beef and rib or whatever. But
did you tell her that?
Yeah.
Hell.
I said, that's my bad. I'm sorry. She said, you think you so arrogant? You think you got the right of way all the time? I was like, well, what? I said, no, that's not it at all. She said, oh, I know people like you. I said, people like me? She said, yeah, you all tall and
stuff.
Yeah, you're tall and you got a beard, you think you something. I'm like, and now I'm getting kind of confused because now I'm like,
you didn't walk around thinking you something.
Well, no. I walk around thinking I can see over a lot of people. But then she's like, yeah, you arrogant. I'm like, ma'am, what's the real issue here? Are you upset that I walked in front of you when you were trying to get out of here? Are you upset
or is it
for
something deeper?
Else? Yeah. Something else going on? She said, oh, don't you try to Dr. Phil me. I was like, oh, okay. This is getting out of hand. I said,
I definitely don't want to feel you.
Yeah, I just need to run in here and get some medicine. I don't know what the deal is, why you're so upset. She said, I'm so sick and tired of y'all. I said, well, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm sick and tired of your kind.
Dang.
And she said,
you saying this to a grandma?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I knew she was a grandma because she had a child seat in the back, but it was facing the wrong way. So she didn't know how to put it in right. And she said, my kind? What does that mean? You racist? I said, ma'am, you white. I said, and I'm white. So no, I'm not. I said, yeah, your kind. She said, what does that mean? I said, what you got a handicap sticker for? Said, how dare you? I said, I'm asking. She said, I'm handicapped. I said, well, what the fuck's wrong with you? She said, can't you tell? I said, are you retarded?
Or just fat?
And she said,
you saying all this to a grandma?
yeah. She said, I said, I'm just asking. She said, I have diabetes. I said, they gave you a handicap sticker for that? She said, no. I'm also on disability. I said, what happened? She said, I had a real bad sinus infection, and I drank too much rock and rye, and I got on a bobcat, and I ran it into a ditch. Hurt my back so bad. I'm like, well.
She did know your kind, didn't
Yeah.
She did know me.
She could see it coming.
Did y'all, Dad pointed something out the other day when we was riding around, a couple weeks ago, actually. And I wanted to, did I tell y'all about that recurring dream I've been having?
I don't know if you told Earl or not. You told me about it.
Okay. So, it's two separate things. There was a bank robbery on Lake Kiwi.
Okay.
A couple years ago. There was a bank up in Salem-ish that was right off the main road, and they had shut down the bank.
Closed down a bank. You don't see that much, but you see it every once in a while.
Once in a while. Yeah.
But they had, apparently Dad was telling me they had failed to unload the ATM that was outside of the bank. And so somebody...
They closed the bank down.
Yeah.
And of course they turned off the power and everything. Well, I guess they didn't think about, there's money in the ATM. Well, leave it in there because people might want to come by and get some of it or whatever, Yeah,
But you can't because power's off.
Right.
We knew that, but somebody didn't think about that.
So apparently what had happened was a few criminals rolled up on a boat right behind the bank that, abutts up to the lake.
And we're assuming they EMS.
Mm-hmm.
EMS.
Yeah, because they had the jaws of life, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Them things that open up car, They just opened up at ATM.
Opened up at ATM, took the money, got back on the boat, dipped out. Never been seen or heard from again.
Until this past weekend when they stole 3 cars up Edwards.
Yeah. And see, that's 2 different sets of criminals, I think. Because the ones that have stole the cars don't seem too smart. Last time they stole a car, they ran out of gas like 4 or 5 miles from the dealership and just left a $100,000 car sitting on the side of the road. How you didn't have a better plan? Like, you know what? There's a couple things we need. Something to break glass with. Something to
hot wire car.
Hot wire, yeah.
Gas. We're gonna need gas probably.
Gas. No, we don't need gas. They're cars. They have gas in them.
Yeah, they got gas.
And then about 4 miles later, they're like, "Damn, we out of gas." So what do? We could run get some gas in like a little can and bring it back and get to a gas station. Nah, let's just leave it here.
Well, the cops gonna be here pretty soon. What we gonna do? We out of gas. Call Jerry. Tell him turn around. Come back down here and pick us up.
Yeah. So those guys aren't too smart. The guys who stole the people who stole the money out of the ATM on the lake, now they seem like they know what they're doing.
They kind of had a plan.
Now I was thinking that. Do you know any more lakes around here that's got a bank near them that are shutting down soon?
Nope, just the one right up there.
I'm gonna get on Google Maps and see what I can find.
We don't want to be a dollar late and a day short. What was it? We don't want to be one of them, whatever it is.
Well, I'm thinking if we find us a bank like that we know, hey, that thing gonna shut that branch down soon. We're gonna keep an eye on it and tell the bank, hey, don't leave money in the ATM.
You would think when they did their final little book tally to close the bank down, they'd go, "We're missing $8,000. Reckon where that is?"
I don't know. Somebody must have stole it.
Mm-hmm.
It could be in an ATM.
Yeah, but I was just thinking that a couple things. Earl has a boat.
Yeah.
I'm pretty strong. Not jaws of life strong, I don't think, but close. And you can drive. So I'm just saying, if
the opportunity presents itself,
we have the tools.
Yeah, I'm not saying we would ever do anything like that. We would definitely call the bank and be like, "Hey, just a heads up, something like this
has happened before."
Yeah, but I'm pretty good at Google Maps.
You know what we could do? Now that Earl brought this up. We could start. You might want to write this down.
Yeah.
This is another business venture we could have. We could be the ones
piece of shit
that go around and load up the ATM machine. That's all we do is load up them ATM machines. That's all we do.
Load them up or unload them?
Well, we go to the.
Well, you're getting to that.
Yeah, I'm getting to that. We go to the the loading place,
mm-hmm.
and a lot of people think that's at the bank, but it ain't.
No,
it's at. We got one of them
in the back
currency
of Walmart.
centers.
Oh.
And that's the one in Easley. It's where the old post office used to be. It's just a building, not nothing fancy, just a building. But in there, at any given time, there's over almost $250 million in there.
Holy
yeah. God. And what happens is them trucks, they go in there and get the money, and they load them up in them trucks, and they go to the bank and take, because where did you think it came from? You think they got it from one bank and took it to another bank?
I've never given it any thought in my life.
Well, see, but that's what we do is thinking about it now.
Okay.
Because the people up there in Washington, D.C. or wherever they at, printing that money, it's going just as hard as it can, okay? And that's where the money's come from. The bank ain't got no money till they get it from them.
Do they not print money at Fort Knox? They only do coins over there?
They don't do nothing but store gold.
Really?
The mint's in Philadelphia.
Born and raised.
There's 8 different mints. One in Denver, I know, and
well, there used to be 3.
I have some mints in my truck.
Well, there used to be a lot more than that. There was like New York and Atlanta. There's coins that's got mint marks from all over, but predominantly you had Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Pretty sure San Francisco
Shut
is no
down.
longer there.
Yeah.
That's
Cause of the
California.
earthquake.
Yeah, earthquake wiped their ass out. So Denver and Philadelphia is predominantly, to my knowledge, where coinage is made. Now bills might be made.
We ain't worried about them coins.
Idiot.
We ain't worried about them bills. We need them bills.
Although, now that you mention it, y'all saw where in Florida somebody stole a U-Haul full of dimes?
No.
A U-Haul full of dimes.
Yeah. Which made me wonder, why were they putting dimes in a U-Haul?
And plus, you got to back up to Ingles and start getting them things out and putting them coin counters.
Yeah.
I bet you could be there 2 weeks.
Be there
I bet
all-
Ingles will be wondering what's going on. I bet you get caught
But
that way.
let's get back
Yeah,
to yours.
my bad.
We've
Oh
gone-
yeah. So what we could do is we the ones that goes to the, to the where the money comes. When they print them monies, they load them up in a transfer truck and take them all over.
Uh-huh.
And one of them's in Ely. They take it to Ely and then unload it, and they put it in that building there. And then all these armored trucks, they come back up in there and they load them up and they take them all around, because, the bank's got to get the money somewhere. Because you
Right.
think every time you go cash a check, well, they give you money. Well, they're going to run out of money,
Yeah.
So those armored cars take the money around and put them in.
Okay.
Okay. And what we could do is, since armored cars, they don't want to fool with the ATM.
Yeah.
Well, what they want to do is just take it to the bank and get it and go on.
Yeah.
We'll be the ones that we fill up the ATMs for you.
Okay.
So we would go in and we back up to that building and put all that money in our van, and then we drive around to the ATMs and fill them up.
Okay. And then what?
Well, now when we get all this going real good and we got 123 ATMs fill up, well, we decide how much it's going to be, but I'm thinking it's $1,000 for each one. We're going to save us $1,000 out of each one. So if we got to put 20,000 in this, we ain't going to put 19,000 in it.
Okay.
And we'll do that. So if it's 143 of them, well, that's 143,000 for that day.
Yeah.
And tomorrow we do the same thing. And we do it for a whole week, and we'll have a lot of money.
Yeah.
And so after that week, 7 times 143,000, we'll have enough to get us by the rest of this year. So I'm thinking, when it comes time for us to go in on that Monday morning to do our ATM route, we ain't even gonna show up.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna be missing.
Now, now you don't think anybody's going to catch on to who might have absconded with all that money?
Well, yeah, but we already had it then.
Yeah. In a week, I don't think they're going to catch it in a week.
Yeah.
3 or 4 weeks maybe, but a week, nah, we'll be all right. Oh.
But when instead of when it comes time Monday morning for us to back our van up and fill up them ATMs, well, what we gonna do is we gonna find somebody like that fat woman you met at Dollar General, and we gonna tell them, say, listen, you want a bunch of money in your van? Take this van right. You can have this van. Just take this van and go up here and back up to that building, and they'll fill it up for money for you.
Mm-hmm.
Are you serious? Yeah, you do that. And we get them to do it, see? Now we gone.
Yeah.
Now we out of it now.
Okay.
Okay? So
We
now
hired
when they back up and try to take
subcontractors,
all that, well, the first thing they're going to say is, wait a minute. Where'd the guy that regular come in here? I don't know. He gave me this van, told me to back up here and get some money.
They called in sick.
And that's what I did. Yeah.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, it's a pretty bad idea.
Oh, but you said that they move all this money in transfer trucks?
Far as I know.
Okay. Well, here's what I'm thinking. I like your idea a lot.
But you just want to rob a transfer truck.
I'm thinking we do it that way. I'm thinking between the 3 of us, we're some pretty damn good drivers.
Yeah, but
I'd
we
cut
ain't-
that middleman out.
Yeah. I think here's what we do. We find a way to figure out which transfer trucks got it. And we just fast and furious that some bitch. Like we're gonna need 2 cars.
We're going to need a van.
Yeah, well, we're gonna need a big van. We're
Well,
gonna need
no, we just got to know which truck stop that truck driver's going to stop at.
Oh, okay, that's a better
Well, we're just going to
plan.
trade trailers.
No, we're just going to
Cut a hole in
abscond
the
with the
side.
whole damn truck.
Oh,
Oh, now, see, you want to break some laws like stealing a truck.
I don't want to kill nobody.
No, we don't have to
I ain't
kill
carrying no
anybody.
gun and I ain't stealing
We
no
just
truck,
gonna cut
Earl.
out the
What do you think I am?
A damn crook.
I ain't no karma crook, though. I ain't stealing no truck.
You can drive a transfer truck.
No. I mean, I'm sure I could, but I don't have a CDL.
Well, I'm not asking. Can you?
What are we gonna do if we get pulled over?
I'm not asking. Can you legally do it? I'm asking. Can you knowledgeably do it?
I can drive anything.
I knew you could. That sounds like a better idea because my plan involved a Hellcat Challenger.
That was stone.
And
Now you trying to get me steel car, Earl trying to get me steel truck, and I don't want to be a common criminal, y'all.
And a Sprinter van. You know. Now,
A Sprinter van.
I'll
You
drive
can't get
either
near
one.
much money in a Sprinter.
But what I'm saying is we Fast and Furious this thing, and we kind of, we put some lights on the Hellcat, and we get up, near a. Actually, we don't need lights. We'll just do it while it's flying down the road, and we'll have somebody, in another fast vehicle videotaping it so we can sell it as a movie. And one of us just kind of gets in front of that transfer truck with the Hellcat and just kind of slows him down a little bit. And the other one, pulls a damn hard e-brake, U-turn in the middle of the highway and just backs up, going in reverse with this transfer truck.
Yeah.
Earl hops in the transfer truck, throws the money into the Sprinter, and then we take off the wrong way down the highway. It's not going to cause any alarms at all. So Earl's idea is much better than mine.
You talking about stealing the whole truck?
Yeah.
The trailer, the truck, the money, and everything.
Yeah, because he's going to get out of the truck and go in to pee.
Well, where we
eat a
gonna
little
live
breakfast.
when we steal it? Where we gonna carry? Where we gonna take it to? We ain't gonna back it up down here and unload the money in here.
We'll take it to Earl's house.
To my house. Yeah.
You ain't got enough room at your house, Earl.
I ain't keeping the truck. I'm going to unload the truck, and then I'm going to take the
Where are
truck
you going to unload? You gonna unload in your garage?
Yeah.
A transfer truck full of money in your garage?
Yeah. And
Earl.
then I'm going to take the truck up there to Ingles parking lot where all the rest of them sit, park it, and walk home. Or you can come get me.
Yeah, we'll come get you. We ain't got to walk home.
Oh, if you walk home, that might look suspicious.
I'd like to see you on a
We wouldn't
razor.
want to look suspicious.
I'd like to see you on a razor scooter, just pushing your way home. Just getting it.
Better yet, skateboard.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I
In the
think we
middle
have
of the
some-
highway.
See, I just wait on Cliff to get off. Me and Cliff walk all the way up.
Yeah.
Cliff can
Mosey
turn
on
go in
on.
his driveway, and I'll walk onto that.
Does he live in your neighborhood?
No, but between Ingles and my house, he does.
Thank God.
Fair across from old Circle K, Round Top Church.
Oh, yeah.
He lives right real near there.
Okay. Not in the house right beside the old Circle K.
No.
That's a sex offender. Or it was.
Huh.
Yeah. I've looked on
Well,
strangerdanger.com. Yeah. And no, we have some ideas.
None of them good, but we got
None
ideas.
of them are going to turn out well at all.